Join me, Biafrans. Welcome you this morning. Good morning, wonderful Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Join me this morning on this morning show, morning broadcast. Omo Chineke, Omo Chineke, where are you watching us from? Wow, today's weather is somehow very cold. And winter, Mozambique doesn't have any season at all. Mozambique doesn't have a season. Today it may be cold, just like it is cold this morning. Tomorrow or in the next few minutes it will be hot again. Winter, summer at the same time. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining. Where are you watching us from? Want to see your comment in the comment section. On the comment section, want to see your comments. Today is a wonderful day. Biafrans all over the world, good morning from my location. Biafran Restoration Project is a done deal. Omo Chineke, join me from north, east, west, and south. I need Biafrans from Biafra land. Anywhere that you are, try and let us know. Indicate where you are watching us from. Are you watching from the homeland? Are you watching from the zoo, or are you watching from Biafra? Are you watching from Biafra land, or are you watching from the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria? Are you watching from the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, or are you watching from the United States of Biafra? Are you watching from the land of our ancestors, the land of God itself? Are you watching me from the land of Chukwokika Abiyama, or are you watching us from the zoo? Or are you watching us from diaspora, from America, from Asia, from Europe? Are you watching us from Finland? Where are you watching us from? I want to see your comment. I want to know where you are watching us from. Very important. And share it. Let me share it on my wall in the space. Join me. Join. Side, where you are watching us from. What is happening around you? What is happening around you? What can you tell us that is happening around you? Are you watching from Biafra land? Or are you watching from Nigeria? From Zoological Republic, Nigeria? You know we have declared our nation. So we are not Nigerians anymore. Nigeria is occupying our territory. And that is why we want them to exit our nation, Biafra. Are you watching us from Nigeria, or are you watching us from Biafra? Are you watching from Biafra land or are you watching from Nigeria, from the zoo? Are you watching from Arewa Republic or from Oduduwa, or are you watching from Biafra land? Are you watching us from diaspora, from America, from Europe, from Asia, or are you watching us from Africa? Please tell us where you are watching us from so that we can say hello to you. Like and share as well as subscribe. Omo Chineke, ndewonu, ndewonu. No, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. We are on another day. We are another day in court today again. Our Prime Minister will be appearing in court as well today. It's winning all the way for us. Biafrans, we are good to go. Our freedom is guaranteed. Our freedom is sure and nothing can stop it. Akachukwu dị na ihe ọbụla na-emenu gbasara Biafra. Akachukwu dị na ya. Onye ọbụla kwesịrị ịma na Akachukwu dị na ife na-emenu. Biafra is God's project and nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it from coming. God is in charge of our liberation, and our recognition will happen. Our recognition will happen very soon. The government of Biafra are working. Our acting prime minister is working. Nobody is going to change that. Brother, where are you watching from? Where did you join us from? Please indicate where you are watching me from. Very important. Okay, now Anya will no longer be in exile. We'll come to our land. We'll come to our land and develop it. Very soon we are going to go back to our land and develop our land. And that is the reason why we are doing what we are doing. That's the reason why we are fighting. And we will never stop fighting until we achieve our aims. The reason why we are fighting, Brian, good morning. Good morning, my wonderful brother. Thank you for joining me this morning. How are you doing, sir? I hope you are doing good, bro. What can you say about the court case yesterday? Biafrans are winning all the way, winning galore all the way. The devil is being put to shame. Thank you so much for joining me. Brian, you're watching me from, I forget, are you watching from US or Germany or France or UK? Where are you watching us from, sir? You're welcome. Brian Williams is one of the hardcore. When DavidNnannah BTV said there are hardcore people who are committed for this freedom. There are people who can't take no for an answer. Okay? There are people, what they always focus their mind is on result, positive result about Biafra. People who speak for Biafra. People who work for Biafra. People who eat for Biafra. People who think for Biafra. A lot of them are in this movement. A lot of them are in this BRGIE. And Brian, you are one of them. Where are you watching us from, Brian Williams? UK, US, Germany, Canada. You are welcome, brother. Wow, you are still night. And you just woke up to, that's very kind of you, brother. Thank you for joining me. So, Biafrans, where are you watching us from? Where are you watching me from? Are you watching me from the land of the rising sun? Or are you watching me from the zoo? Biafrans are watching from across the world. Biafrans are watching from America, from Europe, from Asia, from Canada, from Britain. And we will continue to preach the gospel. We will continue to do the needful. Very important for people to understand that this is Biafran time. It is our time to shine. This is our time to shine. There is nothing that will stop it. And when Hege this time around that Chukwu Okike Abiama have destined that Biafra must be restored. So nothing is going to stop this Biafran restoration project. This time around, we will be free from the terrorist Nigerian state. We will be free indeed. Ihe ọ sọrọ ekwensu ya lụọ ọlụ ya niile. Ihe ọ sọrọ ndị Nigeria ha mee ha hire is the like they can go and hire the highest paid lobbyists. Okay? If they like, they can hire lobbyists all over the world to stop Biafra. They will never succeed. Because it is our time to shine. It is Biafran time to shine. And nothing anybody can do about it. So thank you, Biafrans. I welcome each and every one of you. Wow, I'm just surprised, when we were growing up, those days we were very, very small, very, very young. In the night, or towards the evening, anyway, from 5, 6 o'clock when the sun is down, our grandfather will call us, or our grandmother will call us and sit us down, and they will be telling us stories about Biafra, about Biafran civil war. They will tell you that some people were born during the war. And when they kunaka were noara, they tell us about a lot of things that happened during the war. That they were using rats, lizards, as fish or as meat. Because during the Biafran Nigerian Civil War, there was no meat, there was no fish, and children need protein to survive. So they have to make do with all these rodents that they see around them. And it was a very pathetic story. Listening to that, and you can imagine yourself, hunting for rats, hunting for lizard in order to feed your children, in order to sustain them, because the hunger during those days was too much. They told us stories about Kwashoko, whereby you see children and their stomach will bulge out, their head will be small, their legs will be tiny, and their stomach will be reflecting. You will see your reflection on their stomach. It was really a pathetic story. And we can't, imagine ourselves experiencing such scenario or such situation. And that was why most of the people who, when you tell them about Biafra, most of them who are so much afraid, most of them who witnessed the war, when you tell them about Biafra, fighting for Biafra, they'll prefer to be slaves in Nigeria than fighting for Biafra. The reason why is that they believe that every war will have the same consequences. Every war will have the same process and procedures. That whatever happened during the Biafran Nigerian Civil War, that if war broke out again, that is going to happen the same way. They don't even consider that things have changed. They did not even consider that during the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, that civilization have not come. The world were in dark ages. Only very few Biafrans were studying abroad then. But when the war broke out, none of them were in the part of the Biafran people. Those who were abroad stayed abroad. Those who were in the homeland were the ones who were fighting to liberate their people. So this time around, when you try to educate them that 1967 and 2025 is not the same, most of them will not understand. But that is the sad reality. They can never be the same. Because between 1967 to 1970, those were the dark ages. But now, Biafrans are all over the world. I don't think there is any nation, any country in this planet Earth that you can now find Biafrans who are doing well, either business-wise or any other type of job. And Biafrans have contributed and continue to contribute to the development of the world. So things are very different. And that is why we have seen the possibility that if Nigeria and Biafra go into the second civil war, Nigeria will never survive. Nigeria will never last for even 1 month. Because Biafrans all over the world will bring their expertise, will be able to bring what they learned outside, including contributing money to make sure that their people are not annihilated. Biafrans will do everything humanly possible to make sure that their land is liberated. Forget about this time that we are begging people to contribute for their freedom. The reason why a lot of people have not joined or are not contributing is because they have not seen their villages in ruins. They have not seen the way people are being killed because Nigeria government overshadowed the media. The media blackout, the media coverage is not there with what is happening in Biafran territory. But assuming there are bombs being thrown everywhere around Biafran territory, that will force the Biafrans who have all it takes to fund this freedom to at least come together and see how they can salvage the situation. So that is the reason why I believe and we know that Nigeria will not survive any war at all with Biafra, not to talk of this time that we are so much angry and so much prepared to destroy Nigeria. For that revenge, we are on a revenge mission. We are revenging the deaths of over 5 million Biafrans between 1967 to 1970. And why we are revenging it in the land. We are revenging it in diaspora as well through the courts. So this time around, There is no hiding place for Nigeria. No hiding place at all. Nigeria will never succeed. They will continue to try, but they will never succeed. So it is our time to shine. It is our time to be free. And that is why we are calling on our people to come over, to join hands, to support, so that we'll be free once and for all. And there is nothing that will stop that. So brothers, where are you watching me from? Please write on the comment section, like and subscribe. Let me know where you're watching us from. Very important. And I welcome you anywhere you are watching from all over the world. Welcome, welcome. As you come in, please like and share and subscribe to our channel. Very important. Those days, holy, between 2015, oh my goodness me, DavidNnannah BTV is a very strong man. During those 2015, while DavidNnannah BTV, including 17, while he was touring Biafran cities, the population that comes out to greet DavidNnannah BTV, it will be as if Jesus Christ of Nazareth is coming to that city. A lot of crowd, even with people who were criticizing DavidNnannah BTV at that time, a lot of crowd always come out to welcome our leader DavidNnannah BTV, because they understood what he stands for. Biafrans recognize the enormous responsibility that rests on the shoulder of our leader DavidNnannah BTV. While he was preaching, creating an awareness for our people to support Biafra. So during those days, Biafrans were so happy that yes, this time around, nothing will stop Biafra from coming. Because our leader had a lot of support, especially from the youths. It's the youths that found a larger percentage of every population. So the youth were very much supportive of our leader DavidNnannah BTV. And we are following him everywhere he was going. In fact, any day our leader DavidNnannah BTV was going to visit any state at all, people don't even feel the need to eat. People can walk from one state to another without feeling the pains that they are walking, without feeling tired. Because they know and they understand the reason why they are following DavidNnannah BTV. They know that DavidNnannah BTV understood their plight, their condition, their situation. So when they followed our leader, nobody felt hungry. Nobody was feeling tired. We are very much happy to go at any length with our leader DavidNnannah BTV. And any city that he visits, there is hold up here and there, traffic jam here and there for days. The day he was passing through Onitsha, my brothers and sisters, it was like the whole Onitsha came out. Ebonyi, the same thing. So our leader have created an impact, made a very positive impact, and he continued to do that. But it's quite unfortunate that a lot of people, having seen all these sacrifices and the contribution of our leader DavidNnannah BTV towards this project, people still allow themselves to be bought by the Nigerian state. People still allow themselves to be deceived that one Nigeria is feasible, that one Nigeria will somehow one day be better. People allow themselves to be deceived that Obi or Peter Obi will make any impact, even if he's allowed to be the president of Nigeria. people still feel the fact that these political players in the Southeast, they still think that these people are for them or for their betterment, not actually understanding the fact that all these people, that all these politicians, they are there for their personal interest. They are there to make money for themselves. They are there for their various families. They are there for their cronies. They are there, for positions to be worshipped. That is the only reason why you see your politician every year they are running for one position or the other, because they want to remain relevant. And nobody is against them remaining relevant. The problem that we have with the politicians is that the reason why they were elected into political positions was to speak for the masses, to promote policies that will benefit the ordinary citizen that is walking on the street. That is the reason why. There is no other reason why. The politicians were not elected just to go and embezzle government funds. You are elected to speak for your people. You are elected to stand for your people. You are elected to defend your people when the need arises. That is the reason why you were elected. But most of them are not doing that. In fact, majority of the politicians, none of them is doing that. Rather, they are all focused on how to enrich themselves. They want to build mansions. They want to ride the best of cars. They want to go to the best hospitals. They want to be worshipped in Makwandaibo. They want in a village, when you come out, you say, yes, do you know this man? He was the former SSG. He was the former governor. He was the former deputy governor. Look at his house. They want themselves to be used as examples of people who have made it in life. They forget that without the masses, they are nothing. They forgot that it is the masses that made them what they are. And that is why, because they have disappointed the Biafran people, because they have disappointed the voters who voted them in, that is why they are no longer relevant in our land. That is why we have embraced our government, because we don't want people who want political position for money and influence, or for money and properties and position. No, we want people who are ready to work for their people. We want a situation whereby the ordinary man in the street, the truck pusher, the barrow pusher, the keke man, the okada man will be happy and be benefiting from the governance that their government is giving. That is why we want Biafra. That is why we are fighting for Biafra. And that is why we must stand for Biafra until we achieve our aims and objectives. The reason why we are fighting. I want everybody to know it's not going to be easy. It was never going to be easy. Nothing good comes easy. Nothing good that just comes on a platter of gold. You have to work for it. Just like this Biafra that we are fighting for. A lot of people have died as a result of it. A lot of people are in detention outside DavidNnannah BTV and our Prime Minister. A lot of people are, have been subjected to eternal, eternal suffering. They will suffer till they die because of what, the Nigerian government did to them as a result of Biafra. So nobody should joke with Biafra freedom. Nobody should come out today and say he or she want to fight against Biafra. If you know everything that you have to do, don't allow yourself to be used against Biafra. Don't allow yourself at all, no matter how much money the Nigerian government will promise you, no matter how much influence they are going to give to you, don't allow yourself to be used as against Biafra. You better accept any other thing, but accepting to work against Biafra, not only Biafrans will come against you, the land itself will work against you. Biafra land will work against you. Biafra land will work against you if you stand against it. You know, Biafra is a motherland. And it's just the reason why, you know, this sabotage of Ngozi, people have not asked themselves this question. Uwazirike was sabotaged while he was in Masop. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sabotaged while in IPOB. And the people who sabotaged Mazi Uwazirike were men. The people who sabotaged our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were men and women as well. Both Madam Oyibo, Nnennianya, those of them who have position of authority, and they use the money that was meant for the for IPOB. They use it to enrich themselves. Now, the people who sabotaged our prime minister were men, but was spearheaded by Ngozi Orabueze. Now, Ngozi Orabueze will be very, very unfortunate. She will say, why her? Why her? Why her? Why her? Because the sabotage of Uwazirike, the people who sabotaged Uwazirike, they went scot-free. Nobody took them to court. Nobody held them responsible for sabotaging Uwazirike. The people who sabotaged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Chinasa Nwoshi, all the members of the DOS, they are living large. They are enjoying their lives. Nobody took them to court. Nobody is penalizing them. Nobody is holding them responsible. Only the Biafran people, we will hold them responsible in due time. But then, IPOB never sued anybody. Masop never sued those who, sabotage Uwazirike. IPOB never sued those who sabotaged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The reason being that IPOB died with members of the DOS because they were in control. Masop also died with Uwazirike and the members of his cabinet because this is a group or an organization. Then those who sabotage our prime minister, they didn't have this foresight. They didn't understand, or they never understood that we are no longer in Masop or in IPOB. They didn't understand that we are in government. So they thought, Ngozi Orabueze thought that after sabotaging our prime minister, that she will succeed the same way the Masop people who sabotaged Uwazirike succeeded. That was what she was thinking. She thought that she would succeed the same way those who sabotaged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu succeeded in their criminality and nobody held them accountable. They did not pay any price for that sabotage. So Ngozi Orabueze thought that sabotaging the prime minister will also go that same way. She forgot to understand that the egbe na egbe enwe ihe dị iche na ya. Nke a wee egbe nke na-efe efe nke wụ nnụnụ. Nke a wee egbe nke a na-agba agba. So they get different meaning. Sabotage is sabotage. But the government and the organization, there are two different things to those two things. Sabotage to government and organization. So, and the reason why Ngozi Orabueze will not go scot-free. The reason why, I just want Biafrans to look at it this way. The reason why that Ngozi Orabueze, nothing will make Ngozi Orabueze not to go to jail. The reason being that Biafra land is a motherland, and Ngozi was supposed to be a mother. Biafra land is regarded as is a motherland. Okay? Ngozi was supposed to be a mother. Now, I want to give you a simple analogy. When a man offends a woman, when a man offends a woman, maybe you are a woman now, you find another woman's husband. Maybe you have maybe you are going out with another woman's husband, right? And that woman, your wife gets wink of it, or your wife now know that you are going out with his husband, with her husband, right? It is very, very easy for that man to be forgiven by the wife. It is very, very easy when a man offends a woman for the woman to forgive you as a man. Then it is very, very difficult for a woman to forgive a fellow woman who betrayed her. If a man betrays a woman, the woman and the man can be able to reconcile their differences, right? But if a woman offends a woman, it is very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. In fact, it is nearly impossible for women to, to forget about their differences and come together in their line of friendship. So I want to use that analogy to describe the reason why Ngozi Orabufulani will not be forgiven. Biafra land is motherland, and Ngozi was supposed to be a mother. And to crown it all, Ngozi is not a Biafran. She is not 100% Biafran blood. Now you can imagine somebody who is supposed to be a mother. Okay? And instead of you to protect as a mother, any man is your son, is your offspring. Because as a mother, you give birth to children. You give birth to a male children, female children. It doesn't matter whether you give birth to female children. Once you give birth to another female children, that female child is still a mother. Right? Now, Ngozi, who is supposed to be a mother, will now come, instead of her to protect their children that are being killed by the Nigerian government, will now join the Nigerian government to kill her supposedly children that she was supposed to protect. So Biafra land is a motherland. And motherland will not be happy that it is a woman that is promoting the killings that is happening to her children. And besides, that woman is not a Biafran. That is why the nemesis of sabotage have gotten hold on Ngozi Orabueze. And that is why she will never go scot-free. Because she, as a mother, was supposed to protect Biafran children, Biafran male and female. She was supposed to fight for the protection of Biafra land. She was supposed to fight for the liberation of Biafra land. She was supposed to fight for the freedom of her children that are under subjugation in Nigeria. She was supposed to consider the genocide that happened between 1967 to 1970 to her children as a mother, right? That was supposed to be a very painful incident to her. So therefore, she was supposed to work against anything that would destroy the freedom of her people. But in this case, rather than do that, Ngozi saw that our prime minister was actually fighting for the freedom of their people. Ngozi saw that our prime minister was going to, help the Biafran people to destroy the terrorists who are killing us in our land. And Ngozi saw all those things and saw the possibility that Nigeria was never going to survive after the redeclaration. What did Ngozi do? Ngozi now joined hands as a mother that was supposed to protect her land. She joined hands with the enemy to fight against her children. And that is why motherland Biafra now have to rise up against Ngozi. That is why the Biafran Republic government in exile have to rise up against a wicked woman against a mother, a supposedly mother who was actually there to kill her children. A mother who was supposed to protect her children, but are actually there to support the enemy in fighting against her children. That is why she will never go scot-free, because motherland Biafra is angry with her being used as a woman to fight against her own. So that is why Ngozi Orabueze and all those people that are supporting her, be them mothers or fathers or whatever they are, all of them are going to pay a very big price for the sabotage against the Biafra motherland, against our nation Biafra, which is a motherland. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that Ngozi as a mother will not be forgiven by Biafra as a motherland. Ngozi the mother will not be forgiven by Biafra the motherland. Very, very important, because she has offended the motherland for standing against the freedom of the children of the motherland, which is Biafra. So that is the reason why you see what is happening to Ngozi Orabufulani today. Those who sabotage Wazirike, they went scot-free. Those who sabotage our leader, they are still roaming the street. But those who will sabotage a mother, to sabotage a mother, will never be forgiven. That is why the punishment of Ngozi will be very, very dire, very, very destructive for her, because the mother, Biafra land, will really deal with her. Yes, thank you so much, Brian. That's actually what I'm saying. A mother that have joined hands to fight against her offspring. You know, Biafra is motherland. Biafra is motherland. So Ngozi, who is supposed to be a mother, was supposed to shield and protect Biafra motherland from the invasions of the terrorists. But she have joined hands with our oppressors to kill the people that she was supposed to protect as her children. And that is why motherland will never forgive her for this sabotage. And that is why the Biafran government took this action. Everybody would think that the action that was taken by the Biafran government was just for, only for seeing that. There are spiritual connotations to what is happening in this our freedom. Yes, it's spiritually inclined. How can a mother now come out to stand against a motherland? You see, that is why it is very difficult for a woman to forgive a woman who sinned against her. But it is very easy for a woman to forgive a man when the man asks for forgiveness. Even in ordinary friendship, when your friend betrays you, as when your girlfriend betrays her fellow girlfriend, it is very difficult in fact, in some cases, they can't mend fences. Okay? They can't mend fences. But when a boyfriend betrays a girlfriend with his same boyfriend, it is very easy for the same girl to forgive the boyfriend for offending her. Very easy, but not easy for her to forgive the girlfriend. That is how it is. And in this case, Ngozi versus motherland is going to be destructive for her and every other person that is joining Ngozi as a mother to fight against the freedom of motherland. This is very important and our people should understand that. So thank you so much for joining me. I can see you, Ahaya. Thank you for joining me. You are welcome. So this morning, like I wrote in the topic, Biafra, we are winning big. Court updates from Finland. Yes, yesterday, our Prime Minister, in fact, Biafra was in court yesterday. Biafra was in court yesterday. And while Biafra was in court yesterday, Nigeria also came to court against Biafra. The oppressors also came to court against Biafra. The slave masters sent their puppet against Biafra. So why Biafrans were being defended in faraway European Union courts, while our Prime Minister was appearing in court, Nigeria. So that brings me, Biafrans, for most of you who don't actually understand what is playing out. You see, the problem that we have, Biafra freedom, the people that are actually fighting against Biafra, majorly our fellow Biafrans. You remember in 2022, oh sorry, Biafrans, I was just being distracted, a call was entering my phone. So like I was saying, Biafra was in court yesterday. In 2021, when our leader DavidNnannah BTV was kidnapped, there was a lot of back and forth that was happening in IPOB. It was during those days that we now understand the games that the Nigerian government was playing. It was in 2021 that we started seeing the sign of all this sabotage that we are witnessing today. In 2021, the IPOB Nigeria that was supposed to fight for freedom of our leader DavidNnannah BTV, we are very much focused on our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. They left DavidNnannah BTV in detention. Before then, DavidNnannah BTV was kidnapped from Kenya on the 19th of June 2021 and appeared in Nigerian court on the 29th. 10 days, our leader was in the custody of terrorist Nigerian state back there in Kenya. And IPOB Nigeria, we never had any information. The DOS that was supposed to champion the freedom of DavidNnannah BTV, we never had any information about the whereabouts of our leader DavidNnannah BTV until Biafran saw our leader in the court, in Nigerian's court. And we were very much surprised. How come? What happened? Then, Umuada then have to ask questions. Biafran started asking questions. What happened? Why there was no alarm raised? Why everybody was quiet? There was nobody that was telling us anything about what happened to our leader. Then Chike Doziemo was now telling Biafrans that, he was not aware that, he never knew that DavidNnannah BTV was kidnapped. Chinasa Nwosu, the same thing. Then when all these things were happening, Biafrans lost faith with DOS, IPOB Nigeria. When they saw that these people were not coming, they were economical with the truth, they were not truthful to what actually transpired before DavidNnannah BTV was seen in Nigeria, Biafra now shifted their support to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, who at that time was only making broadcast and supporting DavidNnannah BTV. So Biafra now shifted their support on Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. So when the IPOB Nigeria and members of the DOS now saw that Biafrans were now shifting their ground on Simon Ekpa, they started attacking Simon Ekpa. They started calling him infiltrator, that he came infiltrated IPOB in order to destroy IPOB. They started calling him, that he is the one who was responsible for the kidnapping of our leader, that he was the one who even sold DavidNnannah BTV to Nigeria in Kenya. They even accused Simon Ekpa of working for Tinubu, that Tinubu paid him money to make sure that Peter Obi did not win an election in 2023. They even, in some cases, they say it was Umahi. They even said Malami. There was no manner of accusation that the IPOB DOS never leveled on Simon Ekpa. They called him all manner of names. That was in order to destroy his personality. And while they were doing all this, they were actually working with the Nigerian state. The reason being that everything that IPOB Nigeria accused Simon Ekpa of, Nigerian government will write it in their newspapers. They will come out in their channel television NTA and said, oh, that IPOB have distanced themselves from Simon Ekpa. In other words, they were promoting IPOB. Nigeria was promoting the decisions of IPOB against Simon Ekpa. So you ask yourself, if actually the IPOB Nigeria were actually fighting for freedom, and that freedom should be against Nigeria, why is the Nigerian government now promoting whatever they are saying against Simon Ekpa? Okay, I just want to lay this background for what I'm going to say next. So when we are just watching, they even hired every blogger in the internet to come and fight Simon Ekpa. There was no amount of propaganda they never carried out against him. They called him a Ekperima. They said, oh, he's an agent of Britain. They say he was an agent of CIA. Every name that is in this height, they called Mazi. Biafrans, please, I have some emergency to attend to right now. So sorry. I'll be back in some minutes. I have an emergency to attend to right now, please. Very, very important. So I will continue when I come back, or I'll make it tomorrow morning. Very, very important, because this emergency, they are trying to distract me and they are calling me, so I have to answer to it. So my wonderful people and lovers of freedom, I want you to understand that today as well is a Biafran court case. Our Prime Minister will also be appearing in court today in continuation of that court case in Finland. And while he's appearing, Biafra is also appearing in Finland. The world must know our plight. The world must respect us, that we are fighting for our freedom. The world must acknowledge the fact that Biafrans are ready to go. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Our freedom is paramount to us. All the sabotages that people have sabotaged, this is the last bus stop. This government, BRGIE, is the last bus stop for every saboteur. All those who have sabotaged have gone scot-free. But this time around, a woman tried to sabotage a fellow motherland. And that is why the nemesis, the repercussions of her action is now coming against her. She is going to pay the prices. Every one of them that join hands with Ngozi Orabufulani against this government, against our Prime Minister, all of them will pay a very big price for that. Motherland will never forgive them. So if you are supporting Ngozi Orabueze, you are going to go in for it, because Motherland, Biafra land, will never forgive you. Motherland will never forgive you. It's not going to happen. And by the time Motherland finish with you, you will understand that it is not easy for people who have died at this cost of this freedom to just allow you from the world beyond to continue to do what you are doing. They are not going to allow you to do that. That is why we know that Biafra is here, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. So Biafrans, I'm in an emergency situation right now, and I'll come back again. Or if I can't make it, then I'll come in the morning tomorrow to finish this broadcast, because there is something I wanted to say concerning what actually played out in the court in Finland yesterday. The presence of the defunct DOS, their presence in Finland, what it signifies, and why are they keeping mute after they saw that it is winning galore for BRGIE and Biafra. They are now hiding in shame, and that is how they will hide until they go into oblivion. So thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please try and do so. Like and share and make your comment. Drop your comments. If there is any question, we can respond to it. So see you next time, and bye from here.